Welcome in. Welcome to Auntie Chess and Tarot. Hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Please remember these messages are for your discernment. Take what resonates. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. Something about collaborations here. New collaborations coming in. You've got the Three of Cups out here now. It's in the reverse. Yeah, someone is trying to make you feel unusual or not the norm. I'm hearing just recognize that the norm is kind of boring, particularly in this situation, but as a whole, you don't want to be a part of this norm. And whatever you're trying to downplay in yourself that's unique is actually your superpower. You don't want to be like everybody else. Your abundance is in this superpower, okay? So it's just some sort of a miscommunication you're having with yourself or confusion to see the forest for the trees. And in other words, you're not seeing this situation clearly. What you're trying to be is not as good as what you actually are, okay? Something like that. Here we go. A lot right off the bat. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, it's just kind of take another look at how you're looking at things. And for many of you, just put it on its head, turn it upside down, and see that viewpoint. And sit with that for a little while because it's going to feel uncomfortable. But I feel like if you sit with that enough, a period of 7 days, or, meditate on these sort of uncomfortable or upside down thoughts compared to what you're normally thinking, you will start to see the truth in the upside down. What appears right now as upside down will start to be very clear to you that that's the right way to be viewing this. Also, something or someone that you're chasing or trying to be like has a lot of bad karma. They're maybe just really good at smoke and mirrors and appearing a certain way, but also take a closer look at that. I feel like the message here is they're not that happy. They have bad karma. They're trying to look like they have it all together, and it's nothing can be further from the truth here. The Magician, the Strength in the reverse. You are capable of making your dreams happen. You don't need this connection in order to do that. You don't need this group in order to do that. It's you. It's your capability. This reading is about understanding self-worth and putting your faith in yourself. And a little bit of a struggle there I see you have with that. Maybe not believing that you can be as abundant as you can be. Okay? So I'm hearing sit with that too. Where does that come from? Get in your own corner here. 5 of Swords. Somebody's been competitive with you for a very long time. Or you've grown up in a competitive family. You've got the 6 of Cups in the reverse here. You've been meant to feel small. That's somebody else feeling small but projecting onto you, okay? The Spirit is saying you are not small at all. Release the past in this regard. Let it go. See it for what it was, that somebody else felt small, trying to make you feel small, okay? Nothing could be further from the truth from the energy that I see in the cards, 3 of Swords out here now. I see that you're very capable, but you have to believe that in you. Okay, a lot of heartbreak too in whoever tried to make you feel small. Maybe that was a parental figure, somebody older when you were growing up. See it for what it is now. I know that that's easier said than done, but sit with that energy and try and see the truth there. And the thing about meditating or sitting in energy like that is it's uncomfortable at first, but the more you sit there and repeatedly do this over a course of a few days, or even longer, whatever time it takes, work at your own pace, you'll start to feel it being less uncomfortable, and you'll start to really see some truths that weren't available to you before. 2 of Pentacles, when you were more rushing around, just taking things at face value, not really thinking about them. Think deep here. There's some deep thoughts that need to take place. Quiet the mind in order to do so. Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be released. There's a lot of guck inside that has been projected on you, that you have adopted and maybe even contributed to the guck moving forward. Release the guck. Get a giant Kleenex and just blow the guck right out of your system. Okay, the Two of Cups out here with the Justice and the Empress. Yes, again, the cards say you are in control here of some amazing things you can do for self, but you got to believe it. You got to believe that you're this magician who's capable of bringing anything to fruition that you desire. You're very abundant here, and you're giving away your power to other things, other situations, other people. Trying to be like somebody else isn't your superpower. We've discussed it. We've got the Nine of Cups out here. We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you're following, you're hoping dreams come through in situations that are not giving to you. They give very little. They breadcrumb you. People, situations, okay? Your wishes are granted, but through you as the magician, not through other connections here that don't do their fair share as far as what they provide you. You provide a lot for them, people, situations, but you don't get a return on your investment there. Page of Wands, Ten of Cups. Yeah, I'm feeling the guck again. Like just needing to clear out some guck within. Ten of Cups, Page of Wands. Magnificent. Follow what sparks your interest and then lean into you on this. Yes, this moves quickly. Once you do this, refocus. Put your faith in self. Your big wish, your Ten of Cups. How you want to see your life unfold, your happiness with a family, or your happiness. What is your big wish for yourself? It's here. It's wanting to be granted, but you have to make it happen. And that requires belief in self, okay? What inspires you? Don't be turning to others for this. It's you that has the power to make it happen. You've always had the power to make it happen. Okay? And it is something about looking back at the past and where this is, you've been robbed of this, a feeling that, again, somebody projecting onto you that you were less than, okay? All lies, which you've believed for so long. Try and get to the core of that. Seven of Swords. Whoever was projecting onto you that you were less than, it was all about them, okay? Try to come to terms with this and you'll see the energy starts to really change for you here. Yeah, because you are willingly, without knowing it, holding yourself back because you're believing something somebody else said to you. Eight of Swords, long ago. Look at the patterns in your life. Really spend some time here. Like I said, I feel like it will be uncomfortable at first. Spend a little time there then. Gradually, you'll get to where you can spend more time there. And you're really going to have, I think, some incredible aha moments, some real enlightening sessions. This is what you are. You're the Queen of Wands. You're beautiful. You're vivacious. You're extremely happy and bring happiness to others. This was maybe threatening to this person or these situations you were in that always tried to keep you down or keep you small or dim your shine. You're ferocious in this area. Remember who you are. Death. You transform yourself here. You transform situations you're in now. Take a look at that. Take a look at yesterday. Were there situations that you, upon entering the scene, changed the dynamics? I think you'll find the answer is yes. Two of Swords here. But did somebody else take credit for that? Okay? Or do they want you around for this purpose that you transform energy? And do they want to take the credit or have you around for that purpose for themselves? Okay? You're meant to stand in your own power here. Yeah. Calm these waters. Be calm. If someone doesn't get what they want out of you, too bad. Calm those waters. If that's a volatile situation, see that as their volatile situation, their volatile energy. Calm your own waters, because Spirit wants to bring a lot of goodness into your life. It's a matter, though, of looking at, do I stay with what I've always known, or do I branch out? And it's going to be hard, but the work is going to be worth it. And in doing so, in branching out and doing the work, you gain unfathomable results, okay? You're rewarded tenfold type energy. Something about calming the emotions, okay? Don't take on other people's emotions in a situation. What are your emotions? If you're unaffected, don't start taking on their control issues or being affected. Say to yourself, look, this doesn't really involve me. I'm not going to stick up for this person. This is their issue. I don't even know why they're upset. Maybe you don't know why people are upset, and then you start to get on board with them and help them out, and then you're upset. Don't take on other people's energy. They're tower moments, okay? Somebody very volatile in the mix here. Don't take on their energy. Don't take on their causes if they're not your own. Let them deal with their own issues. King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. You're supposed to be with other dynamic, happy, make things happen people, okay? I feel like they're slow to enter into your life because you're being perceived as this other energy that you protect or defend, okay? That is very volatile and maybe has in the past, or is similar to energy in the past that's dimmed your shine, kept you small, this type of thing. You're supposed to be with a dynamic. I am also happy. I come into a room, I change the energy. That's who you're supposed to be around. Like-minded individuals. Individuals that are very similar to your incredible dynamic power. But you're not being perceived as this now. You're being perceived as this other energy that I'm hearing coddle, protect, defend, okay? That's why the energy that really wants to be with you, that really Spirit wants to have envelop you, is slow to come in because you're being perceived as something you're not, as we started out with. You're trying so hard to be something you're not, when you're everything. All natural. Give that some thought. Yeah, give that some thought. Here's the Hermit. Really go within, think about these things. Ace of Cups, because there are some people in your life, some situations in your life that are holding you back, that are dimming your shine, that are not meant for you. And Spirit is asking you to reevaluate, look at this, and pull back your energies, pull back your emotions here, and really get in your own corner, be your own best supporter. The support you give others or other situations, turn that off. These situations that are not for you, that don't serve you, that keep you small, that breadcrumb you, that take your ideas, that take your energy. Turn that around, put that energy into self. See how your whole life really changes up in that these types of people find you. Because this is you too, okay? Really embrace that. Embrace you, the real you. Don't try and be somebody else. Be the real you. No judgment here. I see that you've had a hard path. I see that when you were very young and didn't have control of situations, you were meant to be feeling small. Again, come to terms with this as you've gotten older and realize that was that person's problem. And now, be your own best supporter. Okay, so clarity on that, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, gaining clarity on self, gaining clarity on these illusions, the Ace of Swords in the reverse. These illusions that people or a person has had heavy influence on you in your life growing up. Discard the illusion. It won't be easy. It will take time. But the fact that you're hearing this now and you're starting the work will reap a lot of benefits. Yeah, move. It'll move. You're so bright. You're so incredible. You're so intuitive that once you start this path, I think this is saying you pick this up quick. You see it fast and you pick up the enlightenment, the light bulb moments here fast. And then your life starts really moving in the right direction. Boom, 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 boom. Things start happening for you that are meant for you and you alone. The World in the reverse. It's just a reminder here that you need to close. There are certain things you need to close out. Remember the guck you need to remove. Remove the guck. It's clogging up the pipes. Here we go. Let's grab a charm. Fairy energy. You know, I feel like for many of you, like belief in fairies, belief in the magic. This was you as a child. And then you were made to feel a certain way about that was negative. Come back to that. Come back to that youthful exuberance and belief in the unknown and the belief in just sheer, utter happiness. Something about that in your youth was sheer, utter happiness. Come back to that. Give thanks to your fairy team. Let's grab an oracle. Oh, quite a few. Yeah, this is okay. So a change in the wind. That's you. That's you thinking more clearly on some of this stuff, thinking deep thoughts about sitting in your emotions here, sitting in your thoughts, doing some meditation or just quieting the mind, going out into nature, going for a walk, whatever is quieting the mind for you and experiencing another viewpoint here. This is the change. It's in the wind, okay? Because what you're idolizing, trying to be like, fool's gold. All that glitters is in gold. Yeah. You're chasing after something that isn't you. It's not going to be authentically you. You'll never catch it. You know, you keep thinking, if I just catch this, if I can just emulate this person to a T, then I'll have it all. It's not you. You're not going to have anything. You're going to always be chasing something. But you step into the authentic you and boom, then the real gold comes out. Then the real gold shines out. Time for a nap? Yeah, this is all about the time that you're going to take now to think about what's been discussed here and other ideas that have come to you because of it. And sit in that energy. Find the patterns. See the core of the issues, okay? Why? Why are you chasing after somebody else to be somebody else? To be something you're not, you know? Sit with that. Where does that come from? How to make that healthy? Ask your spirit team, how do I mend this? Yeah, find peace at the bottom of the deck, followed by clean it up, because you're going to be doing some work here, and you're going to be cleaning out the guck. Yes, for a new life follows. I love this read. I love this read for you. I love this read. Did we grab a charm? How do I not remember that? I feel like... Oh, wait. I feel like we did. Yeah, the fairy. There we go. She was hiding. He was hiding. Bring the fairy back in. Bring that fairy energy you so loved. There's something about as a child you so loved. Bring that back into your life. That magic. That belief. The belief in the unknown. The belief in the unknowing. Okay? That's your read. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps my channel to grow. Please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. And until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.